Good morning, dear students. Welcome to this new class. I hope you are going very well. And well, welcome to this new class. I'm start to sharing you some diapositives to begin the class. Okay. Okay. The topic for today is the phrasal verbs. Okay. The objectives for this class that I want you to develop are you will be able to recognize the phrasal verbs when you listen to them, and also you can speak correctly when you use it. Okay, you are also will be able to recognize new vocabulary words in this class. Okay, so I need you put attention to this class. And also you will be able to construct your own sentences using the new vocabulary and also with the phrasal verbs, okay? To start the class is a warm-up activity that I called Guess My Word. This called warm-up activity consists of one student is called in front. I choose one or ask them if anyone can pass at the front. And then in the whiteboard, the teacher write some word, for example, a bird. The teacher write that bird, and the rest of the students need to make mimics for the student that is in front to guess the word that the teacher writes in the whiteboard. So it's a very funny activity to begin the class because the students will be more attentive and also with more energy. The motivation also is very good. So this activity is before to start the class. Let's continue. To continue, I ask to other of my students to pass in front or wherever to hand up their hand because we have a reading, and I want that the students reading aloud to all the class. Okay, the title of this reading is Working from Home. I would like to start the reading. It is a challenge for many people to get up early in the morning and get to their offices or on time. Like many others, I believe that working from home was a blessing. So last Tuesday, I called in sick to work and told my boss that I will stay at home and do my job remotely. I switched on my computer and logged in to Facebook first thing. Then I reminded myself that I needed to concentrate and quickly logged out. Since I wasn't going into the office, I called off a meeting I had planned with a coworker and texted my friend to say I was staying at home. After that, I managed to do a bit of work before my friend called me back saying she would drop by in half an hour for a cup of tea. I checked out the contents of my cupboard only to discover that I had no tea. So I put on my coat and went to the nearby shop. When I got back home, I understood that there would be no chance for me to get around to working again. My friend turned it up minutes later, and we spent hours chatting over tea and sweat. I returned to the office the following day, sure that I would never try working home again. Okay, this reading works to practice with the students the skill of reading and listening before they need to put attention to understand what is in this reading, okay? So we're going to start with the phrasal verbs. What are the phrasal verbs? The phrasal verbs are phrases that indicate actions. They are generally used in spoken English and informal text. Examples of such verbs include turn down, come across, and run into. Phrasal verbs consist of a verb and a preposition or an adverb. Away, to be far away, to move away. For example, I'm going away on vacations. We have some example about phrasal verbs and an example in a sentence. Here in the number one, we have breakdown. That means when your TV is not working, okay? The example is, my television broke down. Bring up is to tell to someone to talk about one topic, okay? The sentence is, he brought up other matters in our conversation, okay? The third is back down, is when you are when you are not sure about what did you do. So, for example, we have in the sentence, she never backed down, that she is strong, okay? Blow up is like boom, is an explosion. The TNT blowed up the mine. Bump into is to meet with somebody else. The sentence is, I bumped into my uncle in the park. So with these examples, the students need to put attention to know the meaning about the phrasal verbs that exist a lot. And for example, I could say that one student choose one phrasal verbs from this column and give me an example with that. For example, one student chose call off, that means cancel. He said, my friend called off our game, or my friend called up our football game. I don't know. And I can choose another student, and they maybe choose come across, that is find something. And for example, he said, I lost my pencil, and I was cleaning my desk and come across my pencil. Okay, here we are another examples of phrasal verbs like drove out, drove by, find out, with their respective meaning. In here, I want to explain them in English, because they need to put in practice the English, and in that way they are practicing their listening. Okay, and also we are using the other method, like is total physical response, that if any of my students don't understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to give the meaning with mimics, so they can understand what that word is mean. Okay, for example, I choose here another phrasal verb from another student, and he chose give up. That is this phrasal verb is very common, is very known. So the example, maybe the sentence, maybe the student said, um, I have a friend that give up on his test because they are too difficult. Okay, we'll continue. We have here that sometimes phrasal verbs consist of three elements. Consist of verb, preposition, and adverb. The verb is get up, go, write, take, and the preposition or adverb is up, through, down, after. And other times, phrasal verbs consist of three elements. The verb, the preposition, that will be the adverb one, and preposition that will, another preposition that will be the adverb two. For example, here we have look is the verb, preposition is forward, and preposition or adverb two is to. Okay, we can continue. When added the verb, when we added to the verb the preposition or adverb may change completely the meaning of the verb. Here we have some examples. In this column, we have the phrasal verbs, the meaning, and here the example. As we mentioned before, the preposition or adverb that we use in this may change the meaning of the verb, okay? For example, we're gonna choose this, look up to, that the meaning is have a great deal or respect a person. That is consider a person like, I don't know, maybe it's an inspiration for them. That's why he respect that person. And the example is his father is his model. He is the person he looks up to. That means that he wants to be in the future like his father, because his father is very good, I don't know, and is his model. For many of us, if when we were young, our father was our model, because we want to act like them, and because I don't know, for me is that he was too motivated to do whatever they need to do in his work. Okay, we pass to another example, which is look forward to, that is await, anticipate with pleasure. And the example is she is looking forward to visiting Paris. Now we are going to share you a short video with the topic that are phrasal verbs, and I need that you pay attention to this. Okay, I'm going to share you. Okay. Please pay attention. Okay, with that video, I want that the students feel the misunderstanding if they have it. So we are going to continue with the diapositives. Okay. Okay. Okay, with that video, like I want that the students write and notice the most important and how is to form a phrasal verb. For the next activity, I give them a worksheet with they need to complete uh, in pairs in pairs because it's more enjoyable the work, and they need to complete the worksheet. When they already finish the worksheet, we are going to correct if is any error, and we are going to provide some feedback if we see that they need it. Okay. For example, in this we can choose this sentence. You should the train out, it leaves in a minute. If we are going on to put the words in the box, we need to check this word, pick up this phrasal verb, and put in this. You should pick up the train now, it leaves in a minute. Okay, and for the next activity is another worksheet that they need to match the phrasal verbs on the left to their lexical equivalents on the right. For example, in here we have throw up, that is vomit. Vomit when you feel bad, you vomit. Okay. And another phrasal verb is give up. That is like oh sorry. That is surrender, and we can choose another one that is pass away. That the meaning is die, that you die or someone die. We said he passed away. He passed away to a better life or something like that. In this worksheet, if the students need some advices, some help, the teacher will provide it. Uh, with this, we need to achieve the objectives that we propose for this class. So for a homework, we're going to say to them that they need to write 5 examples on sentence about whatever phrasal verbs that they choose. They need to make 5 sentences with that phrasal verbs. And also in the final of the class, we need to see if anyone is, or the majority of the students have understanding or the topic, and if they does not understand, we need to provide also feedback. And that is the class, that is the topic. So I will thank you to pay attention, and have a good rest of the day.